Welcome back, and it's time now for our community update this morning. And joining us today is Green Bay Metro Fire Department Assistant Chief Robert Goplin. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
Now, you have a new drone team. Tell us about it.
We do. This spring, we started up a drone team. We have 10 certified FAA pilots. They're all firefighters. They're all staff of our department. So right now, we have 2 different drones with different capabilities. The smaller drone is typically to learn how to fly the drone before advancing to the larger drone. And right now we're just focusing on learning how to fly it and operate it and what its features are.
Now, what situations would the fire department use the drone in?
There's a lot of situations that we might use the drone. We've actually used it twice for search and rescue operations already, one on the water and one with a hiker lost in a hiking area. We might use it for fire investigations so that we can get a bird's eye view of what's going on with a scene, maybe see where some of the damage is and get an idea of where we parked some of our rigs for an after-action review. Active emergency scenes, we might look at a building that's on fire and try to figure out where some of the hot spots are or how we can best access the fire, and also get a look at the roof in advance of sending anyone to the roof, which might put them at risk, see if the roof is compromised or not. We also use it for pre-planning efforts, which is where we create a plan in case there is a fire in a certain building. We take 360-degree photos. We also go up over the roof, look at where HVAC units are, what our best access might be, where electrical lines are, and things like that.
Nice.
Now, something kind of fun, you have a fire safety poster contest going on. Can you tell us about that?
We do. Every year, in advance of Fire Prevention Week, we host a fire safety poster contest. And it's a great opportunity for families or school classes to sit down and have a discussion about fire safety and ultimately, engage children in making that poster so that that reinforces the lessons. This year's theme is Learn the Sound of Fire Safety. And again, just a great opportunity for kids to engage in the learning process about fire safety.
Who is eligible to join and how do they submit their poster?
So any grades 1 through 5 are eligible to participate in the poster contest. They can submit their poster to any Green Bay Metro fire station. It does need to be submitted by Friday, October 15th. And we do have a first place prize of a ride to school in a fire truck. You do have to live in the city of Green Bay, the village of Alloway, or the village of Bellevue to be eligible.
Nice. Very fun. And Fire Prevention Week is just days away, so what's this year's campaign?
Like I said, it's Learn the Sounds of Fire Safety, and that campaign is designed to teach people when a fire detector or a carbon monoxide detector makes certain sounds, what do those sounds mean? The first thing to remember is that it does mean it's time to take some action. It might be evacuating the house, but if it's a long, loud tone, it means it's time to evacuate. If it's a short, intermittent chirp, it might mean that the battery needs new detectors. But ultimately, when the alarm sounds, it's time to take action.
So cold weather is right around the corner. Any fire safety reminders involving chimneys, space heaters, stuff like that?
Sure. So every year when cold weather comes around, people start firing up their heating appliances. If you are going to be using a wood-burning stove or a pellet stove, we recommend that you have the chimney inspected and that you go beyond, and probably cleaned, going beyond a chimney sweeping log kind of thing that you can buy in the store. That doesn't really clean the chimney. It loosens up some of the creosote, but it leaves it there. So ultimately, there's still a fire risk. But if you can get the chimney cleaned, if you're going to be using space heaters, keep anything combustible at least 3 feet away from the space heater. Make sure that the space heater doesn't have any recalls on it. Never use them while sleeping. Never use a extension cord to plug them in. And if it's an older space heater, it might not have what's called a tip-over function, which means if it were tipped over, it would shut itself off. So you want to check those things and be aware of those. Keep children and pets away as well so that they aren't burned.
All right, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
All right, everybody, look at the thick fog in Green Bay. Hard to talk about winter safety tips when it feels like this outside. Highs will be in the 70s, but there is a cool down in store. I'm going to let you know when that gets here right after this.